Hey guys, I am here today with these. This is the Tesla Model Y. Versus the Audi Q8 Etron. Let's get into it. Okay, so both of these cars are like technically SUVs, even though in my opinion they're both kind of station wagons, but you know, tomato, tomato. Both have a towing rating that is about the same. The Model Y is 3,500 pounds, where the e-tron, the Q8 e-tron is up to 4,000 pounds. Both of them seat 5, although I will say that the seating capacity in the e-tron is much better. They're just going to be more comfortable. The people that will be really happy in the Q8 e-tron, it's not just you, passengers will be really happy because the cabin noise is really minimal. It's very, very quiet in here. It's very relaxed. And also with this prestige package, this comes with massage and heated seats in the front seat, which are really, really nice. But also the back seat is super sweet. Let's take a look. To me, the place where the Q8 e-tron really sticks out is here in the back seat. Like as an adult, I am happy in this back seat. It's very comfortable. The sunroof is making a big difference. But also because of the air suspension in this vehicle and how stable it is, it's just a more enjoyable car to be in the back seat, especially compared to the Tesla Model Y. Okay, so if we compare the back seat of the Tesla Model Y to the Q8 e-tron, I mean, honestly, there's no comparison. Like this just sort of feels like a bench seat, whereas the Q8 e-tron feels more luxurious. You can just tell everything is just better made. The touch points are more solid and more luxurious, and the seats are just frankly more comfortable. Sure, it's nice back here with the white interior and the moonroof, but I'd much rather sit in the back seat of the e-tron. So let's start with some things that are amazing about this Audi Q8 e-tron, particularly as it compares to the Tesla Model Y. First of all, it's beautiful. Like just look at this thing. It's beautifully constructed, it's beautifully designed, and like when you get inside of it, everything that you touch just has this amazing build quality that you kind of just don't get in the Tesla. However, there are some things that the Tesla has that I wish this Q8 e-tron had as well. We'll get into that as well. In terms of comfort, I wouldn't say that the Model Y is as luxurious as the Q8 e-tron. It just simply isn't. It's almost like the difference between sitting in an Eames chair and sitting in a Corbusier chair. Sure, one's more comfortable, but it's kind of more about the simplistic design. It's really cool that there's nothing here in the Model Y, right? It is kind of relaxing. You can focus on things other than which buttons you should be pushing at that time. They are very, very different vehicles, and depending on where you fall with the tax credits, they will have very different price points too. A few things to keep in mind with these vehicles. The starting MSRP for the Q8 e-tron is much higher than the Tesla Model Y at $74,400. Plus, the one that I'm driving here today has the Prestige package, which adds an extra $10,000 as well as an extra $500 for this sweet brown paint. However, the other thing is, with this beautiful European build quality, we also unfortunately are not eligible for the federal tax incentives because this car is built in Belgium, where the Tesla Model Y, built in America, is eligible for that $7,500 refund if you're eligible. One of the things I really like in this vehicle is this enormous sunroof. And I say sunroof because it actually is a sunroof. It operates, it opens. Thank God. There are a lot of vehicles that don't have sunroofs these days, particularly EVs, and Tesla stopped putting them in their vehicles, including the Model S in 2019. So if you're looking at the Model Y, Model X, or Model S, and you want a sunroof, forget about it. It's not going to happen. Okay guys, let's talk about this Tesla Model Y. So I've had this car for about a month now, and there are lots of things that I like about it. But today we're here to compare it to the Audi Q8 e-tron. So let's get into that specifically. So as you can see, the Model Y does not have a sunroof. It has this moon roof that they think is heavily tinted, but I will tell you, I live in Southern California and it gets hot here. And this thing just heats up. I thought the white seats would help. They do, but it stinks. And a lot of times I wish I could open this thing. So there's that. Let me show you a couple things that I love about this car, particularly compared to the e-tron. The thing that's great about the Tesla is the simplicity. And I'm talking about the interior as well as the technology. I mean, look, I don't really have a dash here at all, right? I mean, that is all you're seeing. I have this screen, and that can be kind of scary in the beginning, but I'll tell you, it really only took me about a week to get used to the fact that everything I need is right here. There are no buttons here. There's barely anything on my steering wheel, but everything I need is right here. Like I said, one of the things I really like in the Tesla Model Y versus the Q8 e-tron is the technology. I mean, just simple, stupid things. Like the charging pad is right here, right? You get in the car, you put your phone right here, and that's where it is. And it charges, and you're not going to forget it since it's there. And P.S., it's also your key, right? It's also your security system. It's all there. In fact, you get like a card that's a key, but nobody ever uses that really. You really just end up using your phone, which is kind of the way the rest of us are doing it for everything else. The Tesla Model Y really smokes the Q8 e-tron off the line with a 0 to 60 time that's, geez, it's 3.6 seconds, which is truly unbelievable. For the e-tron, sure, it's a little slower off the line, but the handling with this air suspension sure is nice. Okay, so this Tesla Model Y is the performance package, which means that it's got a 0 to 60 time of 3.6 seconds. That's insane, right? And to be honest with you, it's super fun. There's also a track mode in the performance package, but it's sort of like compared to the Q8 e-tron. I wish they could pool their resources, because while I really like the acceleration in this, I prefer the handling in the Q8 e-tron. Apparently, there's going to be a Audi S Q8 e-tron, which hopefully will give us the best of both worlds. Stay tuned, and hopefully I'll get my hands on that. In terms of the range of these vehicles, the Q8 e-tron is 285 miles, which is roughly the same as the Model Y, although the performance packages do get you just above 300 miles of range. So there you have it, the Q8 e-tron versus the Tesla Model Y. Listen, the Tesla Model Y has a lot going for it. It's a wonderful and now affordable vehicle, especially if you can get those tax incentives. But the Q8 e-tron offers incredible European luxury and build quality that we've all learned to love from Audi with a fully electric vehicle. I'm Motorhead Mama. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.